11Alive News at 6 p.m. starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us this Saturday evening here on 11Alive Plus. I'm Joe Ripley. First tonight, many employers across the metro are looking for ways to attract and retain their workers. That also goes for law enforcement. As our Erica Murphy reports tonight, police agencies are struggling to keep their officers.
Today, a former police chief tells me it is not just an issue here in Cobb County. It's something that most police departments across the country are trying to figure out. Marietta is suffering from a police officer shortage.
The years have not been kind with regard to pay for any police officer in the city of Marietta, but the senior officers have seen the worst of it.
Butch Ayers is a former police chief in Gwinnett County. He warns that poaching from other agencies is making it hard to keep officers on staff.
It'll take years to get that type of experience that actually helps them become very, very effective. It might be 6 months to a year before they complete training and actually are on the road handling calls by themselves.
Ayers says the problem is about more than just pay. It's also about the time it takes to train.
The departments and communities are trying to one-up each other to attract those officers because we're all suffering from a lack of police officers, across the state and actually the nation.
In an effort to stop the bleed, Marietta city officials say they've offered 3 pay raises over the last 17 months, but one officer's wife cautions the city will keep hemorrhaging if it doesn't match what other surrounding agencies are paying.
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to see them go out here, risk their lives every day to keep the city safe and know that they're not getting paid even close to what just going to Cobb County would offer them.
According to the city, the department is working to fill about 20 officer vacancies, but they stress the city is safe despite staffing levels. Reporting from Marietta, Erica Murphy, 11Alive News.
Developing tonight at 6, we are working right now to learn the condition of a woman that was hit by a car overnight. Police say a 19-year-old woman was hit just minutes after 11:30 last night. This happening on Turner Hill Road. Right now, details are very limited. Police, though, say the driver remained there at the scene. Tonight, it's unclear if the driver will face charges. This remains under investigation. Tonight, the search continues for a young teen missing from Canton. Take a good look at this photo. You're looking at 13-year-old Gladys Escobar. She was last seen October 6th, more than 3 weeks ago, leaving a Friday night football game at Creekview High School. Authorities say they believe she's still in that area of Canton. If you know where she might be or have any info, please give the Cherokee County Schools Police Department a call. Tonight, we are learning several teen suspects have been offered plea deals tied to a deadly shooting near Atlantic Station that happened nearly 1 year ago. That shooting, one of the suspects has already taken a deal and learned his fate. 2 kids died in that shooting, one 12, the other just 15 years old. And now the mother of one of the victims is talking with our John Sherrick about her reaction to the plea offers now on the table.
Young people, gangs, guns, death. On the 17th Street Bridge at Atlantic Station in November of last year. Now one of the 7 young suspects accused in the shooting deaths that night of 15-year-old Cameron Jackson and 12-year-old Zion Charles has agreed to plead guilty for a lighter sentence. Amikel Aziz, the first to accept a plea deal from prosecutors, pleading guilty to gang recruitment charges instead of murder and sentenced to 5 years in prison plus 5 years on probation. Cameron Jackson's mother, Tiffany Smith, says prosecutors have advised her they're offering plea deals to all of the defendants.
You can't put a value on someone's life of how long is enough. If the sentence is not enough and this person gets out, then what'll happen? Could this happen to another mom?
Tiffany Smith has devoted her life since Cameron's death trying to stop gangs and violence.
Fighting to educate moms that still have their children that don't know what's going on in the city.
All in the name of her youngest child, Cameron.
Cameron's birthday is on November the 6th. It would have been his sweet 16. He was just full of life, the love of our family.
Prosecutors have told Ms. Smith that other defendants face decades in prison even if they accept deals and plead guilty, and hearings will be coming up for them. At the 17th Street Bridge in Northwest Atlanta, John Sherrick, 11Alive News.
All right, talking weather this Saturday evening, a beautiful fall day. A little toasty, though. Let's bring in meteorologist Nicole Hartford. Nicole, we're flirting with some records today.
We were really close. I mean, a few degrees shy, but this is definitely not how we're used to feeling as we get close to Halloween. We hit a high temperature in Atlanta, 82 degrees. The record for today is 86, and we're going to be in pretty similar territory into Sunday as well as Monday. So it is well above average. Typically for this time of year, we see highs right around 70. Now, I'm sure anyone who likes the warmth, the heat, the summertime, you're really soaking this up. It is a beautiful day, all things considered. We're looking at clear skies towards downtown from our Georgia Tech cam. Right now we're at 78, so still very warm outside with winds out of the southeast at about 9 miles per hour. We're still in the 80s in Duluth as well as Dalton, 82 right now in Rome, and then 76 down towards Peachtree City. We will cool down pretty nicely through the overnight hours tonight, but we're still going to be mild once again. So morning temperatures tomorrow, upper 50s, low 60s. Our radar currently is starting to pull in a little bit more cloud cover. This is all ahead of our next incoming cold front. It's bringing widespread rain and yes, some snowfall across portions of the Midwest as well as into Colorado. This cold front is going to bring a big temperature drop to our neck of the woods as we move into this upcoming week. We'll move all that warm air off towards the east as our cold front ushers in some Arctic air. So temperatures are dropping big time. In fact, we'll feel some of our coldest lows that we've seen in Atlanta since March of this past March, down into the mid 30s. Many spots could see their first freeze of the year, but in the Atlanta metro, I think we will stay above freezing at this point. Tomorrow, though, still looks like another warm day. On our barometer, going to give it a 9. High temperatures will manage to climb up into the low 80s. A lot of warmth in the forecast, so temperatures will continue to run a few degrees above average, just a few degrees below those records, with highs in the low 80s and upper 70s for tomorrow as well as for Monday. A look ahead to your Halloween forecast. There is a low end chance for rainfall, but this cold front for us not going to produce much in the way of showers. However, you will probably need some sort of jacket with that Halloween costume by Tuesday evening.
What a temperature swing. All right, Nicole, thank you. Right now, tens of thousands of folks are streaming into Piedmont Park for One Music Fest. Some great weather for that one today. Janet Jackson headlines today's lineup with Kendrick Lamar set to take the stage tomorrow. Right now, 11Alive's Grace King joins us live from Midtown with a look at all the action. Grace?
Well, if you're not planning on coming to One Music Fest, you should probably avoid the area surrounding Piedmont Park because it is busy over here. Take a look at Piedmont Avenue. You can see all the people getting ready to go into the festival, all the cars trying to get through here. Organizers told me they're expecting their biggest crowd ever with about 45,000 people a day. That's why they decided to make the move to Piedmont Park this year. But with an event this size comes a handful of road closures for safety reasons. 10th Avenue and some of the residential streets are closed at the south side of the park. We spoke with one Midtown resident who told us he was walking to get dinner because of all of this traffic.
Stay away because traffic is crazy. Like, I mean, unless you're walking or you plan to stay in your car for a long time, I would not come to the park this weekend. Like I said, I'm just walking to get something to eat.
We also spoke with some of the people attending One Music Fest. They told us they're thrilled to be at a venue this large, seeing some of their favorite artists. We'll hear from them later about what they're looking most forward to and what it means to see One Music Fest to grow to this extent. Coming up on 11Alive News at 11. Live at Piedmont Park, Grace King, 11Alive News.
One Music Fest certainly blowing up. All right, thank you so much, Grace. Just into our newsroom, we've learned former Vice President Mike Pence is no longer running for president. Pence announced he would suspend his presidential campaign while speaking at the Republican Jewish Coalition in Las Vegas today. He says he will continue to help elect, quote, principled Republican leaders.
The city of Lewiston and the state of Maine begin to move forward on what will be a long and difficult road to healing.
And that road continues tonight. A candlelight vigil will be held for the victims in that Maine mass shooting. This comes after law enforcement found the suspect dead last night. Hundreds of officers spent more than 2 days searching for that suspect. Authorities say they found 40-year-old Robert Carr dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. They found his body about 10 miles from Lewiston, where those shootings happened. Tonight, we are learning more about the victims and their final moments.
He could have gone right out the back door. He was only 20 feet from the back door. He wouldn't have been possibly even shot at all. But I knew my son wouldn't do that anyways. I knew that was not going to be Joey Walker.
In total, 18 people died. More than a dozen others were wounded. The Cobb County Jail is working to break a cycle of men and women ending up back in jail after they had already served their time. And sometimes they see their children end up behind bars as well. 11Alive's Molly Oak takes us inside the jail to meet some of the parents using their time on the inside to do better for their kids.
We caught the
working to be
the game-changing touchdown.
A picture-perfect dad.
This little bitty face has now got a little beard.
It's Darren Garrett's favorite job.
Oh, heck yeah. That's the best thing I've ever did in my life. These are the Garretts.
He has 4 kids, 3 sons and a daughter. She's a cutie.
Thank you. She looks just like her dad. Everybody always says that now.
Darren's wife was playfully rolling her eyes at that comment off camera.
It's my ride or die. We've been through the highs and the lows together.
Lows, he says, that nearly demolished his loved ones.
It definitely affected my family dramatically.
Darren ended up in jail.
All right, brethren.
Parents in class, let's go.
This isn't me. I shouldn't be here.
But he was there for 10.5 months.
It's not about doing the time, it's what you do with your time.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm the master of my faith. I'm the captain of my soul. Amen. Have a seat.
During that time, he decided to take the 13-week Parenting 101 program at the Cobb County Jail.
The kids need their dads. So basically, this class is designed to teach them how to be better fathers. Good job. Let's give it up for them, guys.
Building better parents by breaking the cycle.
We can kind of give them a blueprint on how to not come back.
Lester Smith is working at being a better dad for his 2 kids.
They haven't been easy. You know, everything is a process. But once you do right, you are right.
A course that helped him develop himself.
They didn't have those tools in their toolbox. It's unfortunate that it did happen, but it's a blessing in disguise.
That blessing for Darren?
This guy's got an amazing sense of humor, boy.
Graduating from Parenting 101 and then getting out in time to watch his son walk across the stage at his own graduation. Yeah! There's no manual for how to be a good dad.
No, not at all.
But with the right tools in hand, Darren hopes he can make his family proud.
I mean, that's what it was all for.
Molly Oak with a story that just puts a smile on your face. And this class is almost done with the course. They graduate this coming Monday. This weekend, you can safely get rid of your unwanted or expired medications, no questions asked. Tomorrow's National Prescription Drug Takeback Day. The Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA, says it's critical to properly dispose of medication instead of throwing it in the trash. The DEA says someone could take those drugs and sell or abuse them.
If there's stuff in your medicine cabinet, your teenage kids or other people can get into it, or other people that are having, maybe a mental health emergency and they decide to take everything in the cabinet, which I've seen a lot of as an emergency physician.
This happening today. Flushing pills, also common, but it can cause problems going through sewage treatment plants or get into the groundwater and soil. Today there are several pill drop-off locations in the metro area. Avondale Estates, City Hall, East Point Police Department, the Cap Police also taking drugs at the Kroger located on Flat Shoals Parkway in Decatur. Cobb County Police as well will have a drop-off location over at the C. Freeman Pool Senior Center in Smyrna. To find more sites near you, just head to dea.gov/takebackday.